Pioneer fans, Pioneer men's varsity hockey is live and on the air. Welcome to the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, where it is Pioneer taking on Skyline for the Dan Jilek Cup. The championship taking place in just a few moments. They've just resurfaced the ice, 7 minutes up on the board, waiting for the teams to get out and skate around. Official puck drop time, 3 o'clock, but we'll see exactly what happens with that. Father Gabriel Richard just won the consolation game 4-1, beating the River Rats. Again, a really good showing compared to earlier in the season and even yesterday for the River Rats. So they're showing signs of life and getting better. They took Pioneer to the limit, not too much earlier in the season. Let's take a look at where Pioneer is at this point on the season. They are 8-1-1 now with the 5-3 win yesterday over Father Gabriel Richard Green Hills. That puts at this point 5 wins in a row. Their only loss was back on the 4th of December. That to the Canton Chiefs. Their only tie was to Saline back on the 24th of November. They have since avenged that tie back on the 5th of this month, beating Saline 5-4. Let's talk a little bit about that game yesterday before moving on to newer topics. Pioneer scored 3 times in the first, and then Father Gabriel Richard put in a goal late in the first to make it 3-1 at the first intermission. Pioneer scored once in the second, 2 goals by Father Gabriel Richard. That put it 4-3 at the second intermission. Pioneer scored an insurance goal in the third to make it 5-3. Pioneer 2 for 7 on the power play, serving 9 penalty minutes. They also had 1 short-handed goal. Father Gabriel Richard 1 for 3 on the power play, serving 17 penalty minutes. A major assist to both teams throughout that game. Goals in the first period at 12:20. It was Lucas Schaefer scoring for Pioneer. The assists go to Kresge and Jackal. That was a power play goal. Then at 10:48, Jackal scored. Lucas Schaefer on the assist. So just flipping things around. Little, I'll give you an assist and a goal and flip that back and forth. Then at 9:13, power play goal. This one by Lucas Schaefer. McDaniel and Jackal on the assist. That put Pioneer up 3-0. At 3:45, Father Gabriel Richard scored. Waldo from Reiser. That made it 3-1 at the end of one. Penalties in that period. At 16:45, Lipinski took a boarding major call, so 5-minute major, non-releasable. At 10:40, Brewer took a interference call. At 4:59, McDaniel went off for hooking, and then at 1:55, Sherback went into the box. In the second, it was Father Gabriel Richard scoring first in the second at 7:11. That was Garza scoring from Lipinski. Then at 3:18, Pioneer answered back, so that had cut it to a 3-2 lead. Pioneer answered back, pulling it back to a 2-goal lead as Lucas Schaefer completed the hat trick yesterday. Jackal and Wilson on the assists. And Father Gabriel Richard again brought it to a single-goal game with 8.4 seconds left to go in the period. Kowalczyk scored from Waldo. That made it 4-3 at the second intermission. The lone goal was a shorthanded breakaway goal by Jackal in the third, that at 4:28 unassisted. Penalties in the second. Stevens went off at 16:36. At 11:34, Waldo went off for tripping, and at 9:08, Jackal went off for contact to the head major. Penalties in the third. Waldo went off for tripping at 14:21. Lucas Schaefer got a holding penalty at 6:21, and Sherback got a charging penalty at 1:41. So final yesterday, 5-3, Pioneer over Father Gabriel Richard, although Father Gabriel Richard never, ever gave up and continued to battle even when they were down by 3 goals. Lucas Schaefer had 4 points yesterday with the hat trick as well as an assist. Jackal had 5 points, that on 2 goals and 3 assists. Kresge with an assist, McDonald and Wilson both with assists for 5 goals, 7 assists. On the other side, Waldo had 2 points with a goal and an assist. Garza had a goal, Kowalczyk had a goal, Reiser had an assist, and Lipinski had an assist for 3 goals and 3 assists on the score sheet yesterday. Taking a look at the top point leaders for Pioneer at this point, Jackal has 22 points. He has 13 goals and 9 assists. 10 games played for Pioneer so far. Lucas Schaefer, number 2, with 18 points on 11 goals and 7 assists. Roderick has 16 points on 4 goals and 12 assists. Kresge has 15 points from the defensive position, 5 goals and 10 assists. And rounding up the top 5, Tazinski has 6 goals, 5 assists for 11 points. Not that far behind another defenseman, McDaniel, with 9 points, sharing that tied with that position with Wilkins with 9 points. Take a look at the goaltender statistics. That gives Davis. Again, these don't seem all that correct, but if we take a look for Davis, played really well, stopping a barrage of shots by Father Gabriel Richard, especially in crunch time. Goals against average, goals against is 7, goals against average 2.33, although I really believe that might be a little lower. Save percentage is 9-4. Cass, fantastic to have 2 goaltenders, 2 high-quality goaltenders, 7 goals against for Cass as well, and should be right around the same, should be about 2 for each of them. Save percentage for Cass is 8.96. Pioneer in scoring, they outscored their opponents in the first 9-4 with a 5-goal differential. In the second, 5-goal differential there as well, 10-5, and then a 6-goal differential in the third, 26-20. That means Pioneer has a plus 16 when it comes to a point differential. Taking a look, if you throw in 45 or if you throw in 49 assists for Pioneer, that gives them 94 points, 34 assists for the opponents. That gives them 63 points, so a 31-point differential for Pioneer over their opponents. The combined goaltender statistics, Pioneer has a 2.9 goals against average with a 9.15 save percentage. Their opponents have a 3.8 goals against average with a 8.60 save percentage. Pioneer facing off against Skyline. These two teams did play back on December 11th. Pioneer had the lead at the end of the first, 2-1. Pioneer scored 2 more in the second to 1 for Skyline, so it was 4-2 at the second intermission. Pioneer poured on 3 goals in the third to 1 for Skyline. The final 7-3 in that game. Taking a look at your goal scores for Skyline in that game, Nakashima had a goal, as well as Shellhaus for their 2 goals, and then it doesn't list who the third goal was on this score sheet, and then the assists were to Alprin, Nakashima, and 2 to Shellhaus. So 2 goals, 4 assists. I guess maybe the other one was an own goal. 12 penalty minutes listed there. It was Wilson, Dominic Wilson, playing between the pipes. He faced 30 shots on goal, saved 27, or saved 23 of them in the loss. On the other side, Pioneers goal scorers. Lucas Schaefer had a goal. It was a hat trick for Jackal, 2 goals for Wilkins, and 1 for Kresge for 7 goals. The assists were 2 for Lucas Schaefer, 4 for McDaniel, 2 for Roderick, and 1 for Martin for 7 goals and 9 assists. They don't list any penalty minutes, but there certainly were some. Cass played between the pipes in that game, faced 26 shots on goal, saved 23 of them. Skyline, taking a look at their record, they are 4-6 on the season now. They're coming off the win versus Huron. The game before that, they lost to Saline. That was 6-0. Saline shut them out. They beat Temperance Bedford. Before that, they lost to Pioneer. They beat Huron, so Huron counts for 2 of Skyline's wins. They lost to Lenawee and South Lyon, but they did beat West Bloomfield. That would be the other win, and Temperance Bedford, of course. And then they started off the season with a loss to Livonia Churchill and Walled Lake Northern. Taking a look at the last game versus Huron, Skyline came out firing in the first. They scored twice in the first period. so they had a 2-0 lead at the first intermission. They put in 4 more in the second compared to 1 for Huron, so that was 6-1 in the second intermission. Then Huron scored 1 goal in the third to make it 6-2. It says Skyline was 0 for 3 on the power play, serving 13 penalty minutes. Huron was 0 for 5 on the power play. I don't have who scored for Huron, but it started off with 1 minute left to go in the first. Stevens scored for Skyline from Ma and Roberts. 14 seconds left to go in the first. It was Bazani from Shellhaus, and it was 2-0 at the end of the first. Nakashima started the scoring in the second from Bazani for Skyline. That was at 15:48. Skyline scored again. Stevens scored at 15:31, and then Brady scored for Skyline at 12:32. That from Alpern and Shellhaus. So it was 5-0 about just halfway through the second period. Huron got their first tally at 4:41, but then Shellhaus answered back less than 40 seconds later at 4:05. Shellhaus from Nakashima. That made it 6-1 at the second intermission. Huron's lone tally of the third came at 4:24. Again, we don't have any information on the Huron players on here, but we do know that they did score their second goal, 4:24. So your goal scores in yesterday's game. Nakashima had a goal, 2 for Stevens, 1 for Bazani, 1 for Shellhaus, and 1 for Brady. The assists were Alpern, Nakashima, Roberts, Ma, Bazani, 2 for Shellhaus. So 6 goals, 7 assists. Dominic Wilson played between the pipes. He faced 30 shots on goal, saved 28 of them in the win yesterday. So who do you need to pay most attention to? Who is the top point leaders over on this top 5 point leaders over on this particular Skyline team? Well, Shellhaus has the most points. It's going to be number 22 when the players come out. He has 8 goals, 7 assists for 15 points. 1 point behind him, Nakashima has 7 goals, 7 assists for 14 points. Bazani has 10 points, that on 4 goals and 6 assists. Alpern has 6 points, that on 2 goals and 4 assists. That is number 4. Then a tie at number 5. Brady has 4 points on 3 goals and 1 assist. Stevens has 4 points on 2 goals and 2 assists. And Ma has 4 points on 1 goal and 3 assists. That's the top point leaders. Dominic Wilson has played between the pipes for all of Skyline's games. 4 wins, 3 losses. He's faced 253 shots on goal, saved 213 of them. 40 goals against for a goals against average of 4 and an 8.42 save percentage. Skyline, when taking a look at their opponents have outscored Skyline. They outscored them in the first. That's 9 points for Skyline, 11 for the opponent. So -2 differential for Skyline in the first. The second is where the opponents have outscored Skyline the most. 17 for the opponents, 10 for Skyline. So -7 point differential in the second for Skyline. Then Skyline's outscored their opponents in the third. 19 for Skyline, 15 for the opponents. So +4 for Skyline as they finish off the game strong. That makes it, Skyline has 38 points, their opponents 43. So -5 point differential. If you throw in 36 assists to Skyline, that gives them 68 points, 42 assists for the opponents to be 78 points. So -10 point differential for Skyline. Take a look at the goalie statistics. Skyline has a 4 goal against average. Their opponents have a 3.38 goals against average. Skyline has an 8.42 save percentage at the goalie position. Their opponents have 8.92 save percentage with 2 shutouts. And just a little information there. If we take a look, by the way, over at the Metro Pioneer, getting 2 important points in the Metro West. It still puts them at the bottom with 8 points, but they've only played 4 games. Everyone else has played either 11, 9, or 7. Father Gabriel Richard with only playing 7. Divine Child is in the lead over on the Metro West. They have 12 points. They are 6-5, having played 11 games. Father Gabriel Richard has played 7 games. They have 10 points. They're 5-2. Gros Seal has 10 points, tied with Father Gabriel Richard. They played 11 games, so 4 more than Father Gabriel Richard. They're 5-6. Riverview Cabrini has played 9 games. They are 4-1 for 9 points, and Pioneer with 8 points. They played 4 games in the Metro and won all 4 of them. As Pioneer and Skyline have come out, Pioneer in their road jerseys with the dark purple, the black stripe across the middle, numbers in white on the back and on the shoulders, with the block A's on the front, Pioneer, and block lettering at the bottom. Skyline in their gray jerseys with the baby blue on the back and on the shoulders, numbers in white on the back and on the sleeves, dark pants, and white helmets for the Skyline Eagles. We're counting down, 6:15 left to go before we hop into things here and have puck drop for the Dan Jilek Cup Championship. We do want to thank the wonderful, amazing sponsors who do help support this Pioneer team. If you come and pick up a program at the rink on a Pioneer home game, always take a look at that, and please do help support those who help support Pioneer. That includes Advanced Automotives, The Line Chiropractic, Ann Arbor Door Systems, the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, the Ann Arbor Running Company, the Ann Arbor T-Shirt Company, Burns Park Orthodontics, DW Skate Shop, Exchange Capital Management, Fournier PRN Consulting, Franklin Templeton, Howard Hanna Real Estate Agent Mandy Tusa, Howard Hanna Real Estate Agent The Wetzel Team, Ingersoll Rand, Jane Henderson Interiors, John Adams Mortgage Agent Jake Strip, Kindling Creative, Levy, Liberty Dental, Dr. Christian Johnson, Emden, Meadowlark Design and Build, Midwestern Graphics and Awards, Miles of Golf, Real Estate One Agent Felix Rubberg, Reinhardt Realtor Agent Deb Odom Stern, Ron's Garage, Shannon Norman Coatry DDS, Stadium Hardware, Steeper and Burst Orthodontics, The Floor Trader, The Total Athlete, Train, Washtenaw Dairy, and Weber's Boutique Hotel and Restaurant. Thank you so much to all of the wonderful folks who sponsor this team. We are very, very grateful. 4 minutes, 40 seconds and counting. The next game for this Pioneer team is going to be this coming Wednesday versus Jackson here at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. That will be a 7:30 game here at the Stadium Rink on Wednesday the 12th. Saturday the 15th, they will be at Pinckney over at the Arctic Coliseum. Then they host Chelsea over here at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube on Wednesday the 19th of this month. That's a 5:15 game. They play Dexter on Saturday here at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, Saturday the 22nd of January. That's a 2 p.m. game. Then wrapping up this upcoming month, they host Divine Child here at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube on Wednesday the 26th. That's a 7:30 game. If we take a look at the upcoming games for Skyline, they play Dexter. They are going to host them at the Arctic Coliseum. That will be on Wednesday the 12th at 6:30. Then they play Saline here at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, 7:30 game. That on Monday the 17th. They host Jackson on Wednesday, January 19th over at the Arctic Coliseum. That's a 6:30 game. They play Pinckney. Both of those squads call the Arctic Coliseum their home. They play Pinckney on Saturday, January 22nd to round out this month. That is a 7 o'clock game. So that's what's on tap. Let's play Push On and play just a couple messages from the MHSAA, and we'll be right back with your starting lineups and puck drop for the Dan Jilek Cup Championship. You're watching Pioneer Men's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
I do want to say a few words. I'm not sure if they'll do this over the public address announcement, but trying to find a way to get that linked into the broadcast a little bit more. I know it was a little scratchy yesterday, so we'll do our best. We're not going to do that today, but see if we can maybe get a little better gear to do that. But I do want to mention a little bit about Dan Jilek. He was born in 1953 and passed away in 2002. And this tournament obviously named after him. In March 2002, Dan Jilek was suddenly taken from us. His passing left a deep hole in our lives and in our community. Dan was a loving and devoted husband and father. He was a neighbor to some, an insurance agent to many, and a sincere and valued friend to all who knew him. His support of student athletics was steadfast. We could write volumes about his accomplishments at the University of Michigan and the NFL, as well as in his professional life. This tournament, sponsored by his family, is a tribute to our beloved friend. It was difficult to describe in a limited space the kind of man that Dan was. Perhaps we don't need to do so. As Dan would say, your actions speak so loudly, no one needs to hear what you say. Well, Dan is not here. Embody the echo of his life resounds. And we are very grateful to the Jilek family for this amazing, wonderful tournament and a chance to celebrate such an important member of the community. Wonderful banner over at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube in the stadium rink over on the left-hand side as Dan Jilek at the top, Ann Arbor Cup champions at the bottom. You have Pioneer, Skyline, Huron, and Father Gabriel Richard listed there. And currently, Pioneer has their banner at the bottom as they won. Not last year. We did not hold this tournament last year due to COVID. The season started late, but 2 years ago, Pioneer won. And they're looking to repeat today. And now the starting lineup for Skyline. Nakashima starting for the Eagles. He skates out to the blue line. Bazani skates towards the blue line for the Eagles. He's starting forward. Shelhaas, so they're starting forward and leading scorer for these Eagles. Alprin, starting blue liner for the Skyline Eagles. And Brady, the other starting blue liner for the Eagles. And between the pipes is Dominic Wilson. He has played all the games for the Eagles. Head coach is Matthew Meyer. Assistant coach is Brandon Dillaway, as well as goalkeeper coach. As Tuzinski starting for Pioneers, skating out to the blue. Roderick, one of the two captains on the team, starting at forward. Wilkins skates out, starting forward for Pioneer. The other captain on defense, McDaniel, skates out to the blue line. And Kresge, the leading defender in points, skates out to the blue line. And Davis, the starting goaltender for today's games. Head coach is Drew Collins, assistant coaches Harrison Neiman, Jason Pischke, and manager Deb Martin. Here's the national anthem. 17 minutes up on the clock. We're getting ready to go here live from the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, where it is the Dan Jilek Tournament Championship. As Pioneer gathered around their coaching staff, the starters for Skyline gathered around Dominic Wilson to our right. Pioneer going from left to right here in this, the opening period. Skyline breaks the huddle. Dominic Wilson has his crease just the way he wants it. Davis skates down to the crease to our left. Roderick comes out to take the face off. Shalhaas on the other side. Wilkins to Roderick's right. Czynski to his left. As that puck loose, right center ice, controlled by Pioneer, chipped forward and fired deep by Roderick. That's a shot on goal. Spins just to the near side, trying to chip it out in front. Roderick trying to backhand it. That knocked down and fired ahead by the Eagles. Kresge chases it all the way back, top of the far circle in his own zone, firing it ahead. Pioneer banks it off the near boards. Wilkins takes it over his own blue line, gets ahead to Roderick coming down the near boards. Roderick separated from the puck as it comes back behind the Skyline goal. In along the far board. Shalhaas trying to fire it out. Kresge keeps it in at the far point. That shot deflected. McDaniel has it at his own blue line. Puck wouldn't settle down. McDaniel chips it into the near corner. Nakashima trying to pull that away. Roderick comes in to try and get it out of that corner as well. Picked up by Kresge underneath the far circle. He feeds it ahead. Here comes Pioneer. That pass deflected. Grabbed and fired in deep by Roderick. That puck outside the far circle. Czynski trying to get it, held in at the far point, shot, and steered away by Dominic Wilson. Skyline lifts it all the way back into the neutral zone. Kresge has it in the slot of his own zone. His pass got caught on one of the Skyline forward skates. Kresge spins with it, coming down the far boards, backhands it ahead. Pioneer, another pass got caught in skates, coming ahead. Here comes McDaniel on the near circle. McDaniel into the near corner of the Skyline zone. He's ridden off the puck as it comes into the far corner. Centering it up, that intercepted by Skyline as they fire it ahead, coming down on the far side, and fired in deep by Maw, and it goes into the near corner. Trying to pull that away was Moran. It's the puck. Here comes Pioneer over center ice as they race. Jackal with it on the far circle. That puck chipped away from him, but he gets it back. Jackal rims it deep back behind the goal. Pioneer trying to pull away. Lucas Schaefer on the near circle with the shot. That deflected out in front. Here comes Skyline. Maw fires it ahead. That'll go all the way down to the Pioneer blue line. Churchill fires that ahead. And stolen away by Alprin. Alprin gains his own. Takes a shot. That one goes wide to the left. Outside the near circle, Pioneer controls as they fire it over their own blue line. The puck. Skyline firing it ahead. Here comes Nakashima at the far point. He sends it back behind the Pioneer goal. And gathered in, Churchill back behind the Pioneer goal and lifted into the near corner. Jackal sends it right back behind his netminder And gathered in, shot down the far boards, held in by Roberts at the far point, but they'll blow it dead. It might touch someone on the bench. Yeah, they're going to put the face-off outside of the Pioneer zone. In the in the far face-off circle outside the Pioneer zone. 14:26 left to go. Here in the first, 0-0 is our score. Maw taking the face-off for Skyline. That brought in. Here comes Roberts making a nifty move. He takes a backhanded shot and able to cover it up. Davis. As Roberts came in and drifted to the left, the right, made a couple nifty moves, came in, backhanded shot through the slot. Davis able to get a huge save. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Rominski in to take the face-off. And pulled away. Here comes Pioneer coming down the far boards. Over center ice is Yang. Yang skies that right back behind the Skyline goal. Sutton trying to grab it in the near corner. Battle for it. It's pinned against the boards. The puck brought over center ice. Coming down with it is Moran into the Pioneer zone. McDaniel picks it up back behind his own goal. Drops that back to Kresge. Kresge coming over the far circle of his own zone. Feeds it ahead. Coming down the near boards is Sutton. Puck loose. Brady has it back behind his own goal for Skyline. Brady trying to make some moves coming down the far side of his own zone. He gets it over the blue line. Now on the near boards, he backhands that ahead, and Skyline goes for a line change. There is a hooking call, though. So we have our first penalty, and Roderick goes in for hooking. That at 13:36. So Pioneer on the penalty kill early here in the first. Face-off will be to Davis's right in the near face-off circle. And back to the near point. Bazzani sends it. That deflected. Alperin has to reset back at his own blue line. Alperin drifts back to the slot. Fires ahead to Bazzani on the near boards. Cross ice pass over to Shellhaas. Top of the far circle in the Pioneer zone. Drop pass over to Nakashima. As that spins right through the slot. Pioneer trying to get to it. Wouldn't settle down for Wilkins. Now fired all the way back as it's a skittering puck. Back and along the end line of the Skyline zone. 13:06 left to go here in the first. 0-0 is our score. 1 minute 28 seconds left to go in the Pioneer penalty kill. That puck fired deep into the near corner. And Pioneer skies it all the way down. That'll end up being a shot on goal. As Dominic Wilson sends it to Bazzani at his own blue line. Bazzani races over center ice. Bazzani gains his own top of the near circle. Bazzani is driven wide by Churchill into the near corner. He sends it back to the near point. Alperin has it. High slot shot as that is a pad save and then cleared all the way down. Davis did a good job getting that right leg pad in the way. Coming ahead, here comes Bazzani or Shellhaas over center ice. Shellhaas top of the near circle for Skyline. Sanger attempt all the way onto the far circle. Sent back to the blue line. And shot again, saved by Davis. Comes outside the near circles. Put in by Reichbart into the near corner and then rimmed all the way down and along the end boards in the Skyline zone. Brady picks it up there. Brady coming ahead with it. Brady goes over his own blue line. Brady feeds it to Reichbart and along the near boards. Reichbart gains the zone. Lucas Schaefer knocks him off the puck. That grab by Brady. Shot. That goes right back behind the Pioneer goal. Into the far corner. Roberts has it outside the far circle. And gathering it in. Maw pinned against the far boards. Picked up. Here comes Pioneer with it as that's Jackal over his own blue line. Jackal over center ice. Jackal into the slot. Has that puck knocked away as Roberts was an excellent defensive play. But Kresge able to hold it in at the blue line. Kresge on the far circle. Shot. Oh, that hit a post and comes outside the near circle. Trying to grab it. Jackal chasing it back behind into the far corner. As that puck outside the far circle now picked up. Here comes Skyline the other direction. Skyline rifles it all the way down. That will be icing. 10:09 left to go here in the first. Face-off will come back into the Skyline zone. That'll be in the far face-off circle. Roderick in to take the face-off. Wilkins to his right. Tuzinski to his left. Churchill and I believe that's Martin back behind him. Shellhaas taking the face-off for Skyline. That puck in along the end boards. Trying to peel that away. Alperin fires it as that goes all the way down the ice. That should be icing again, and it will be. That'll head right back into the Skyline zone. 10:58 left to go here in the first. 0-0 is our score in the Dan Jilek Tournament Championship game. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Again, Shellhaus versus Roderick. As they drop the puck, loose on that far circle, controlled right back behind as Hannes has it. Sends it ahead through the neutral zone. Picked up, Bazzani gets it into the Pioneer zone. That collected by Churchill. He ricochets it off the near boards. Coming ahead with it is Wilkins. Wilkins, top of the near circle. Wilkins trying to feed it. That got knocked away from a skate. Coming back with it, Skyline in along the near boards. Fired ahead by Alprin. Now ricocheted off of the near boards. Roderick trying to get to it. Loses a touch, and now Bazzani has it in the high slot. Poked down and lifted all the way back and out of play. 10:25 left to go here in the first period. Scoreless so far. As a trophy on the line, a banner that will stay all year long up at this rink. Definitely one of the celebrated items that the four teams that play in this tournament, all make that one of their goals in the season to try and win this tournament. Wilson has it outside the near circle of his own zone. He gets it into the neutral zone. Maw chases it back. That fired ahead by Alprin. McDaniel has it on the near circle of his own zone. He spins with it, loses an edge, trying to fire it ahead. Maw chases it, tries to pin it. Now McDaniel goes over his own blue line. McDaniel over center ice. McDaniel gains his own to the high slot, fades over on the far circle. McDaniel backhanded, that intercepted into the far corner, and then skied all the way back into the neutral zone. No score yet. 4:48 left to go here in the first. The puck in along the near boards now. Stevens with a long shot on goal from the blue line. Kresge has it back behind his own goal, trying to avoid attention from Maw. Kresge goes over his own blue line, cuts over center ice. Kresge gains his own, top of the far circle. Kresge driven wide, goes back behind the Skyline goal. Kresge underneath the near circle sends it to the near point for Jackal. Jackal puts it into the far corner. Maw chasing it there. Pioneer into the near corner with it, as that is Lucas Schaefer. Drop pass at the near point for Kresge. Then Lucas Schaefer gets it back in the high slot. Lucas Schaefer with their shot at that, hit a post. Oh, shot from the far circle. That lifted all the way back into the neutral zone. Churchill fires it. That one just goes wide to the far side. Collected by Reichbark back behind his own goal. Battle for it in along the deep in the Skyline end. As Pioneer trying to get a centering attempt. Lucas Schaefer, top of the far circle. His pass went off of Shellhaus' skates. Into the near corner it goes. Battle for it outside the near circle. Wilson, Marcus Wilson trying to peel it away. Now Jackal centering attempt. That goes all the way back, top of the far circle. Jackal has it on the far circle. Jackal spins with it. Shot from the high slot, and he scores! Not sure if that was tipped out in front. But Jackal from a shot from the high slot, able to put it in at 8:31. Pioneer takes the lead. We'll get the assist, but it come all the way back. I believe Dominic Wilson was probably screened as there was a lot of people out in front. And the puck got to him fast. Skyline controls as they have it back in their own zone. Sent ahead and along the near boards. Chasing it, Stevens trying to get it deep into the zone. The puck loose in the neutral zone and sent back to Maw. Maw has it right at center ice, chipped away from him. Now he fires that deep into the Pioneer zone, into the near corner. McDaniel has it back behind his own goal, sends it to Kresge in the far corner, back to McDaniel in the near corner. Grab Roberts outside the near circle in the Pioneer zone, as that's lifted back into the near corner. Roberts coming down the goal line on the near side, spins with it. That's knocked away as a pair of Pioneer defenders trying to separate that puck. Rominski trying to grab it. That puck comes now through the neutral zone. Here comes Pioneer with it. Sutton in the high slot. Roderick on the assist. There's another shot, and it's saved by Dominic Wilson. The puck in along the near boards. So Jackal with the goal. Roderick on the assist. Pioneer up 1-0 at 7:23 here in the first. Brady has it back behind his own goal. Chips that into the far corner. Skyline takes over, coming down the near boards of their own zone. Shellhaas brings ahead over his own zone. Shellhaas fires that. That went off of a Pioneer skate and deflected right to center ice. Pulling it, coming on the near side is Alprin. Alprin with the shot from the top of the near circle. That deflected off of Kresge's stick and into the netting. 6:59 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead live from the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. It's the Dan Jilek Tournament Championship. Roderick in to take the faceoff versus Shellhaas in the near faceoff circle of the Pioneer zone. That puck into the near corner. Churchill has it. He skies that into the neutral zone, but it wants to touch the net as it's blown dead, and they'll drop it again in that near faceoff circle to Davis's right. And Shellhaas in to take the face-off for Skyline. Nakashima to his left. Alprin back behind them. Roderick on the other side for Pioneer. Puts it into the near corner where Martin has it. Martin going back behind his own goal. Fires it outside the far circle, and that's sent ahead. Pioneer chips it into the neutral zone. Coming over the blue line on the far circle. Diving block by Skyline. There's a shot from the top of the near circle by Churchill. Martin puts a centering attempt. That comes back. Now there's a shot by Churchill, and it goes in from top of the near circle. It just caught inside of the far post as Dominic Wilson had good positioning and just caught inside that far post. Excellent sniper shot by Churchill. Pioneer goes up 2-0. At 6:31, exactly 2 minutes after their first goal. Lucas Schaefer to take the face-off at center ice versus Maw. The puck comes back to Skyline, blue line. Alprin sends it in along the near boards. Brady has it there. Brady firing it through the neutral zone. Bringing it in and sending it deep is Morant. Kresge picks it up and along the end boards. He avoids a big hit right back behind his goaltender. Kresge into the far corner with it. Pioneer coming away with it, chipping it ahead. The puck comes out to center. Here comes Pioneer. Bringing it in, Wilson. As there's a save. I missed the assist as a Pioneer put the puck on net, and diving save by Dominic Wilson. Making a good save. That's going to bring that puck outside of the Skyline zone in the near face-off circle. Lucas Schaefer versus Maw. That comes to Stevens. Stevens sends it back, then gets it right at the near point. Intercepted. Lucas Schaefer in the slot. Shot! And a good save by Dominic Wilson. The puck into the near corner. Lucas Schaefer back behind the goal and along the end boards battling Maw. Lucas Schaefer trying to shake himself free. He comes underneath the near circle. Lucas Schaefer, drop pass. And picked up as Friedman sends it ahead and now brought back. All the way, top of the far circle. On the far circle, Pioneer with the shot out in front as Dominic Wilson gets his glove on it, makes the save. As Lucas Schaefer right there trying to fire it in. Tuzinski also in the area, but Dominic Wilson with an excellent save. Pioneer 2-0 here in the first. 5:30 left to go here in this first period. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Rominski in to take the face-off. On the other side is Bazzani. That puck comes to the near point. Pioneer puts it into the near corner. Sutton chasing it. Churchill trying to hold it in. That fired all the way back to the Pioneer blue line. Martin sends it in along the far boards. Yang has it over there as Bazzani trying to pull it away from him. Still loose. Now Pioneer sends it down the far boards to the Skyline blue line. Skyline sets up, spinning with it. Roberts trying to fire it ahead. And puck caught. Still not out of the zone. Now Skyline able to get out of the zone. Bazzani sends it into the Pioneer end. Churchill ricochets it off the near boards where Reichbart picks it up on the near circle of his own end. Cross ice pass. Skyline gets a bouncing puck through the neutral zone. Now back into the Skyline end. Shellhaas trying to get it. That deflected away from him. Now Reichbart fires it deep into the Pioneer zone, into the far corner. Martin picks it up outside the far circle. Yang trying to peel it away. That puck goes right back behind Davis into the far corner. Battle for it in the near corner. Now centering attempt. Shot, and Davis with the save. Oh, good job by Bazzani to fire it into the slot. And Stevens found it, fired it in, but Davis, an excellent save. 4:25 left to go here in the first. 2-0. Pioneer with the lead over Skyline. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Roderick in to take the face-off versus Maw. That is to Davis's right. Loose puck on that near circle as they fire it in and score. Off the face-off, the puck came just on the inside corner of the near circle. Battle for it there, and they're able to fire it in. Skyline makes it a one-goal game at 4:21. There was a couple of people out there. I couldn't see who got the tally in there, but we'll get the final word from the public address announcer as it comes in along the near boards. Controlled by Brady. Brady sends a cross-ice pass. Coming down on the far side is Alprin. Alprin dives back, but then fires that to the Pioneer blue line. Intercepted there by Pioneer. Coming ahead with it is Kresge. Kresge, top of the near circle. Now Kresge into the near corner. Sends it to the far corner. Trying to get that Roderick. Trying to pull that away from Moran. Roderick and Kresge trying to peel that off the boards. Comes to the top of the near circle. As Moran, unassisted with that goal, chipped into the near corner. Alprin trying to separate that. Roderick has a hip check, puts his man into the boards, but Skyline pulls it down the far boards. Alprin lifts it, skies it all the way down, bouncing puck to the Pioneer blue line. Pioneer starts the rush again. McDaniel gains his own, top of the near circle. McDaniel, shot! That's a save by Dominic Wilson. The puck set up for a counter punch as that's sent ahead. Nakashima fires it on the far side. Davis with the save. That cleared away by Wilkins. Wilkins chips it along the near boards for McDaniel. McDaniel pinned against the boards, trying to free that puck away. Coming the other direction, Nakashima. Centering attempt. That goes right back behind Davis. Nakashima has it chipped away as he was on the inner corner of the near circle. And there's a fierce battle for it in the near corner of the Pioneer end. Still battling, trying to peel it away. Now Pioneer coming down the near boards, held in by Brady. Pioneer able to chip it out, but then Shellhaas has it and brings it right back into the Pioneer zone. Still the puck loose at the near point, chipped out back into the neutral zone. Brady with a cross-ice pass in along the far boards. As coming along the near side with it is Alprin. Alprin retreats into his own zone, gives his offense a chance to change. Now Brady has it in along the near boards of his own zone. Brady comes over his own blue line. Bounce pass. That brought in by Skyline as they fire it deep in along the end boards. McDaniels rims it all the way around, but there is a whistle. It looks like a roughing call. That at 2:17. Pioneer up 2-1 at the 2:17 mark in the first, but Pioneer will be shorthanded as the Pioneer penalty box open and McDaniel goes into the box for roughing. Pioneer will be shorthanded as Skyline has their second power play of the game. Kresge has it, lifting it all the way down through the neutral zone, deep into the Skyline zone. Stopped by Dominic Wilson, back behind his own goal. Jackal back there to try and make it difficult for them to leave the zone. Lucas Schaefer providing pressure as well. Reichbart sends it along the near boards, brought in by Maw. Maw with the shot, saved by Davis, and the puck knocked out of the slot. Skyline intercepts, and now it's fired to the blue line, and Pioneer on a breakaway. Here comes Jackal. Jackal comes in, shot, and a save as Jackal came to the far side, fired it in, very similar to his breakaway goal yesterday, but an excellent save by Dominic Wilson. The puck into the Pioneer zone outside the near circle. 1 minute, 13 seconds left in the Pioneer penalty kill as they clear the puck all the way down the ice into the Skyline end. Pioneer 2, Skyline 1, 1:20 left to go here in the first as Nakashima moves it over to Shellhaas. Shellhaas, top of the far circle in the Pioneer zone. Shot, and it's all tied up. Shellhaas puts it in. Nakashima should get the assist at 1:11 as it was a shot from the far circle that found its way in. And we are all tied up at 2 apiece. Leading scorer on this Skyline team, Shellhaus. The power play goal for the Eagles. Face off right at center ice. Shellhaus. That dropped back. Brady has it in along the near boards. He loses an edge. As that puck loose, brought in. Now, drop. Sutton fires it over, and that off of a post. The puck held in by McDaniel at the near point. Trying to get it over to Sutton, or Rominski, excuse me. That lifted and sent all the way in along the far boards. Here comes Pioneer with it, as Kresge has it, shot outside the near circle. 40 seconds left to go. McDaniel gets it over to Sutton, whose shot is blocked. The puck back behind the Skyline goal. Here comes Skyline over their own blue line. Is Bazzani is intercepted and taken away by McDaniel. He comes outside the near circle of the Skyline zone. Battle for it there as it's driven into the near corner. McAlpin has it back behind his own goal. He fires it through the neutral zone. That brought in by Maw. Maw rings it into the Pioneer zone, feeds it into the far corner where Yang picks it up. Yang back behind his own goal. He sends it into the near corner for Sutton. Sutton loses an edge. Battle for it. Brady has it. He fires it. That knocked away by a defender, and that will do it. Pioneer got out to a 2-goal lead. Skyline battles back and ties it up on a power play goal. As it started off with a hooking penalty to Pioneer, Roderick went off for hooking at 13:36. Pioneer then scored at 8:31 as it was Jackal from Roderick who put Pioneer up 1-0. Then Pioneer scored at 6:31 as Churchill, unassisted, fired it in from the top of the near circle. It was a Skyline goal then. That was 2 minutes later at 4:21, just a little over 2 minutes later, as that one was fired in by Moran unassisted. Pioneer picked up a penalty roughing call, that to McDaniel at 2:17. Then Skyline with the power play equalizer as Shellhaus from Nakashima at 1:11. And that's where we're at. We are all tied up heading into the second. Well, let's take a break, play a few messages from the MHSAA, and then we'll be back with your intermission scoreboard report. You're watching Pioneer Men's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here at the first intermission, we are all tied up 2 apiece. Pioneers scored the first 2 goals, and then Skyline came back, tying the game just 1 minute, 11 seconds before the first intermission. Let's take a look at our intermission scoreboard report. And in some games yesterday, a lot of games haven't had their finals put into the Michigan High School Hockey Hub system, but Pinckney beat Grand Rapids Christian 5-4. It was the Portage Muskies shutting out the FMV Griffins 7-0. De La Salle beat Grand Rapids Catholic Central by a score of 3-1. It was Fenton Linden with the 1-goal win over Alpena 4-3. It ended in a 2-2 tie between Kingsford and the Plainsdale Jeffers Jets 2-2. Marquette beat Bay Rep 7-3. It was Houghton topping Novi 9-1. Woodhaven beat Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central 8-1. Big Rapids shut out Petoskey 3-0. It was University Liggett beating Detroit Country Day 9-1. Gaylord with a 1-goal win over Anchor Bay 4-3. It was Midland doubling up Grand Haven 4-2. Birmingham United doubled up Reefs Puffer 4-2. Saginaw Heritage shut out Traverse City West 8-0. It was a 1-goal win by Sault Ste. Marie over Plymouth 3-2. Grosse Ile with a 1-0 win over Gibraltar Carlson. Romeo with 9-1 win over Port Huron. We had Crease Unified shutout Mid-Michigan 8-0. Elsewhere, Milford with a 2-goal win over Grand Haven 6-4. It was Midland Dow topping Howe 4-1. Southgate Anderson doubled Manistee 8-4. It was Dearborn Unified 4 and ETA Legion 3. Clarkston shut out Utica Eisenhower 4-0. Walled Lake Northern doubled up Lakes Area 4-2. It was South Lyon Unified beating Tri-Valley Titans 9-1. Rochester United with the 2-goal win over the M1 Griffins 6-4, excuse me. It was a 1-goal win by St. Clair Shores Unified over Macomb, Dakota 5-4. Brighton topped Calumet 6-2. It was Hudsonville shutting out Kalamazoo United 8-0. Catholic Central shut out Orchard Lake St. Mary's 4-0. Trenton beat Allen Park 6-2. And it was the Skyline team topping Huron 6-2 yesterday to advance to this game. And lastly, Bloomfield Hills beat Troy United by a score of 9-1. That is your intermission scoreboard report brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. We appreciate all of you folks watching and cheering wherever you are at. Thank you very, very much for supporting these teams. If you want to, there is a little button underneath the broadcast at the bottom where you can donate if you want to help us to continue to bring you as much Pioneer and local sports as we can. Let's take another message from the MHSAA. Play push on as they finish resurfacing the ice. We will be right back with your second period action. Here at the first intermission, it is Pioneer 2, Skyline 2.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
"17 minutes up on the board as the officials not out yet. Both teams are out. As Davis chatting with some of the Skyline players, waiting for the officials to come out and get the nets back on their moorings. As I'll show my age, as they were playing a song from when I was a teenager, a little In Excess. It just proves I've earned every gray hair I have. As Roderick now says, that's it, I'll get the net put back on its mooring. So Roderick starts moving the net over to the right. Try and get it set up for Davis. Still don't see the officials as of yet. As Dominic Wilson gets his own net, starts moving it over to the left. Pioneer going from right to left here in the second period. We are all knotted up at 2 apiece. As they hit the buzzer a couple times trying to see if the officiating crew can hear it. Well, they don't have to agree with every call the officials make, but we can't have our games without them. As Pioneers got that net over there. Dominic Wilson gets his nets put on the mooring on the left-hand side. I believe Roderick went out to try and find the officials. Hopefully everything is all right with the officiating crew. As we're sitting here waiting, the Detroit Lions have taken the lead. Hopefully you weren't recording that game. 34-30. Detroit Lions scoring with 2 minutes left, taking a 4-point lead. As a lifelong Lions fan, I would not mind them spoiling the Packers' day. Now the officials are out there. We appreciate them. Linesman in to drop the puck. Roderick in to take the faceoff. Shellhaas on the other side. The puck loose at center. As Pioneer trying to bring it ahead. Wilkins gets it over to Tuzinski outside the near circle. Tuzinski has that drop back to Kresge at the near point. Intercepted and knocked out in the far circle. Held in by McDaniel. He fires that right back behind the Skyline goal. Tuzinski trying to make a move, trying to get to it. Now Roderick chases it. Now Wilkins outside the far circle. Wilkins trying to send it into the slot. That deflects out back into the neutral zone. McDaniel fires it right back deep as it rims into the near corner. Tuzinski chasing it, trying to get it away from Alprin. As they battle for it, it slips into the far circle. Where Bazzani trying to get to it. He's pinned against the walls. That lifted all the way back out to center ice. As Kresge gets it over to McDaniel on the far side. He rims it all the way back outside the near circle to Tuzinski. Bringing in. Here comes Skyline with it. Alprin has it over his own blue line, over center ice. Alprin gains the Pioneer zone on the far circle. Alprin goes back behind the Pioneer goal into the near corner. Now he sends it back on the near circle. Shot and they score! As that was moved from the near circle over to the far circle and fired in. As trying to see exactly who that was on the score. That was Bazzani who put it in. Skyline takes the 3-2 lead on the Bazzani goal. Good puck movement. That at 15:50. Jackal fires it deep into the far corner, comes back out to the far point. As that held in, Wilson, holding it in. And moves back outside the near circle. Jackal fires it right back behind the goal. Battle for it in along the end boards. As Lucas Schaefer trying to get it through the slot, make a move, poked away from him. Martin fires it out, deflected out in front by Wilson. Good save. Marcus Wilson trying to fire it in. Good save by Dominic Wilson. As here comes Ma. Ma fires it into the far corner of the Pioneer zone. Trying to get to it, Moran. Now the puck loose right at the far point. Pioneer trying to get it out of the zone. Held in at that far point. Now Churchill picks it up and along the end boards as that puck skitters all the way back into the Skyline zone. Brady and Jackal in a foot race. Jackal picks it up right back behind the Skyline goal. He comes on the near circle and knocked away from him as there is a penalty upcoming. As that was Reichbert trying to poke it away. 14:45 left to go. So it looks like a roughing call. Brady goes into the box. That at 14:45. Pioneer on their first power play of the game. Skyline up by a goal. That puck slips back into the neutral zone. McDaniel gets it to Kresge and along the near boards. They fire it over to Jackal. Jackal gains his own top of the far circle. Jackal. Nakashima and Brady get the assist on the Bazzani goal. That puck through the slot on the far circle wouldn't settle down. McAlpine fires it out. Here comes a breakaway. Skyline has it on the far circle, moves over to the near side, and they fire it in and score. as Bazzani gets another goal, second in a row, shorthanded goal. As he was set up perfectly, it was a 2-on-1. Pioneer trying to defensively get back as they fire coming down on the far side, moving over to the near side, and Davis just couldn't get over in time. And Skyline has the 4-2 lead. At 14-13. Pioneer still on the power play. 1 minute, 28 seconds left to go. In the advantage for Pioneer. As that puck in along the near boards, Marcus Wilson fires it deep into the Skyline zone, into the far corner. Stevens trying to have the zone held in at the far point by Martin. There's a shot, save, another shot, still loose in the slot, fired it in. Skyline had a player, one of their defenders, who slipped into the net. As coming along the near side, Wilkins with the shot. Now loose, comes into the far corner. Tazinski trying to gather it in, and it wouldn't settle down in the slot. Skyline able to fire it all the way down the ice. 13:37 left to go here in the second period. So Nakashima gets the assist. That's his third assist of the game. Pioneer has it. Skyline with the 4-2 lead. Wilkins has it back behind the goal. Comes over on the far circle for Pioneer. Wilkins with the shot that deflected out in front. Skyline clears it all the way down the ice. 13 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the second. 23 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. Pioneer has it. Churchill leaves it for Tazinski. Tazinski comes down the far boards. Over his own blue line, Tazinski over center ice, gains the Skyline zone, top of the far circle. He's knocked off the puck as it goes into the far corner. Wilkins chasing it, the puck into the near corner. Tazinski trying to chip it away, bouncing puck underneath the far circle. Ricochet back to the near point. Martin couldn't quite hold it in. Pioneer will have to regroup, retouch to avoid a delayed offsides. Wilson brings it in, the puck banked off of the near board. Skyline puts it right back into the neutral zone. Skyline back to full strength. McDaniel over to Martin on the near boards. Martin feeds it ahead. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins gains his own top of the near circle. Wilkins makes a move. He's ridden off of the puck by a pair of Skyline defenders. That is a whistle as he was run into the goaltender. Again, looks like a roughing call. As the officials talking things over, trying to find the guilty party. Alprin goes into the box for 2 minutes. As that right penalty box now gets opened. Pioneer will be on the power play for the next 2 minutes. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Lucas Schaefer in to take the face-off. That puck into the near corner. Roderick trying to pull it. Skyline fires it all the way down into the Pioneer zone. McDaniel has it in the near corner. McDaniel back behind his own goal. Daniel leaves it. Here comes Jackal coming down the far boards. Jackal over his own blue line. Jackal gains the Skyline zone. On the near circle, top of the near circle, that chip back into the neutral zone. Pioneer will have to reset as that's sent deep into the Pioneer zone. Chasing it, Maw has it in the near corner. Maw takes a shot, and a good save by Davis as Maw, an excellent shot, upper right-hand corner. But Davis able to knock it away. Here comes Pioneer. Coming down the near boards, Roderick has it, top of the near circle. Roderick outside the near circle now. Fires it to the far point. Kresge sends it into the far corner. Jackal trying to peel it off of the boards. Jackal coming back behind the Pioneer goal into the near corner. Or back behind the Skyline goal into the near corner. That lifted and sent all the way down the ice into the Pioneer zone. 51 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. Skyline with the 4-2 lead. 11 minutes left to go in the second. Tied at the first intermission. Skyline has scored twice here early in the second. The puck on the near circle. And it slips past. Ronderick sends it top of the near circle for Jackal, then gets it back outside the near circle. That's sent. High slot for McDaniel. Moves over on the far circle. And goes back underneath the near circle. As Ronderick pinned against the boards. Pulled away. Lifted through the slot. And that puck comes out into the neutral zone. McDaniel retreats back to his own blue line to reset up the attack. 10 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. 7 seconds. Pioneer may have one more crack at it as McDaniel comes in top of the near circle. McDaniel underneath the near circle. Skyline back to full strength. The puck in the far corner of the Skyline zone and moved over to Roderick outside the near circle. Roderick backhands it out in front. That knocked away by Shellhaas. Battle for it as that's ripped all the way around the near boards. Kresge keeps it in at the near point, but that's going to be a hooking call. And we're still not going to have any 5-on-5 hockey. As Pioneer goes into the box for hooking. And at 10 minutes even. As Roderick in the box for hooking. Pioneer on the penalty kill. Skyline with the 2-goal advantage, 4-2. Halfway through this game. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Comes back to the near point. McAlpin with the shot. As good blocker save into the near corner. Davis had it. That fired deep by Tuzinski. All the way back into the Skyline zone. Reichbart puts it into the near corner. McAlpin fires it. Now coming through the neutral zone. Here comes Skyline. As Maw had it. Chipped away by Martin. Comes back to the far point. Skyline able to hold it in. The shot from the blue line chipped away into the far corner. Davis with another save. The puck comes outside the far circle. Reichbart has it. Gets it to McAlpine at the blue line. Into the near corner it goes. As Roberts trying to pull it off of the near boards. Outside the near circle. Roberts cycles it down into the near corner. Centering attempt out in front as Davis got a stick on it. Maw going down right in front. I think the puck ended up underneath Maw, and the official lost sight of it. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go in the Skyline power play. 9:10 left to go here in the second. Skyline with the 4-2 lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Nakashima in to take the face-off. Versus Lucas Schaefer. Comes back to Brady at the near point. Brady with the shot. Save! And a diving save. Second save on the rebound by Davis, who sends it wide. As the rebound came off the far side, Davis had to dive to deflect it. Comes into the near corner. That's sent back to the near point as there's a shot by Brady. Deflects it along the end boards. Now McDaniel rifles it all the way down the far side. Jackal gets it out of the zone. Here comes a 2-on-1. Jackal coming down top of the near circle. And he fires it in! Jackal catches the top right-hand corner. Oh, boy, just inches away with the flash of the glove. But Dominic Wilson just barely didn't get it. Perfectly placed by Jackal. And Pioneer has a shorthanded goal. Second shorthanded goal of this game. And cuts into the lead. Now it's a 1-goal lead by Skyline. That was at 8:40. Puck in along the near board. Shellhaas drops it back, coming down the far side. Here comes Nakashima on the far circle. He backhands it back to the blue line, and that slips back into the neutral zone. Hallprint retreats into his own zone, sends it along the near boards. 15 seconds left to go in the Skyline power play. Shellhaas drop pass back to the far point. Now that chipped away. Pioneer puts it into the air, bouncing puck back into the Skyline zone. 4 seconds left to go in the Pioneer penalty kill. As the puck loose on the near circle, as Lucas Schaefer battling. Now they chipped away. Unassisted, the goal by Jackal, as he had it on a breakaway that fired right back into the Pioneer zone. Now coming down the near boards, here comes McDaniel. He gains his zone, fires it into the near corner. McDaniel chases it, trying to pull it off of the near boards. He's pinned against the boards by a pair of Skyline players. McAlpine in there. Jackal trying to knock it away. Shellhaas Fires it all the way down the ice. That will be icing and head back into the Eagle zone. 7:24 left to go here in the second. It was all tied up at the end of the first. Skyline with 2 goals in the first half of this period made it 4-2. Pioneer has cut into the lead. It's now a 1-goal lead, 4-3. Skyline with the edge. Face off in the far face-off circle. That is to Dominic Wilson's left. Roderick in to take the face-off versus Maw. As the puck comes into the slot, held in at the near point by Martin, who puts it in along the end boards. The puck rims all the way outside the far circle and sent into the neutral zone. That chip by Bazzani, chasing it back deep. Martin has it in along the near board, sends it ahead to Wilkins. Wilkins over his own blue line, over center ice. Wilkins comes top of the far circle, now through the slot. Wilkins ridden off the puck, trying to get back to it outside the near circle. Wilkins still battling, fires it over to the far circle. That puck wouldn't settle down. Skyline got in the way, and now they come into the Pioneer zone. Skittering puck right at the blue line. Shot from the high slot, goes wide into the far corner, and there's a hooking call coming up. .6:45 left to go here in the second. As Pioneer back on the penalty kill. As Szynski in for hooking. Bazzani wins the faceoff and along the end boards. That rimmed all the way back and into the neutral zone. Nakashima has it his own blue line. Fires it over on the far side, and that ricocheted ahead, trying to get to Shellhaas. Jackal back there trying to make it difficult. They send ahead to Nakashima. He gains his own. Top of the near circle. Nakashima trying a centering attempt. That slips back out into the neutral zone. Skyline has to reset. 6:20 left to go here in the second. Nakashima brings it in. Drop pass back over to Stevens outside the near circle. Intercepted by Jackal. Jackal fires it ahead. Here comes Pioneer. Lucas Schaefer on the near circle. Shot. The puck loose in the slot. Lucas Schaefer goes hard into the boards. He pops up. He's all right. Pioneer still has the puck as they have it in the neutral zone, as that's fired back by Jackal as he puts it deep into the Skyline end. 1 minute, 7 seconds left to go on the Skyline power play. The puck in along the near boards of the neutral zone. That chipped, knocked down, fired by Churchill over to Jackal. Jackal right at center ice. Jackal weaves through traffic, top of the near circle. His shot deflected as he takes a check, separated from the puck. In along the far boards. And fired all the way down the ice by Martin into the near corner. Picked up, bouncing puck in the near boards of the neutral zone. Backhanded deep by McDaniel into the near corner. McAlpine chases it, or McAlprin, sorry, back behind his own goal. There's a shot from top of the far circle that deflects up into the netting as it goes off of Dominic Wilson's stick. 5:10 left to go here in the second. Pioneer 3, Skyline 4, 25 seconds left to go in the Skyline power play. We've had 2 shorthanded goals so far. One by Skyline as Bazzani on a breakaway got one, and then Jackal with the breakaway on a shorthanded goal for Pioneer. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Roderick in to take the face-off. Maw on the other side. That puck outside the near circle. Fed ahead. Hannas has it over the zone blue line. Hannas fires it into the Pioneer zone, and that lifted right back into the neutral zone. Brady feeds it over to Hannas. Hannas top of the near circle. Excellent job separating him from the puck is Kresge. Kresge weaves through traffic. Kresge on the near circle. He's separated from the puck. And pulled back. Coming on the near side is Brady. Brady fires it down into the neutral zone. Intercepted by Kresge. He has it along the near boards. Wilkins right at center ice. He moves it over to Kresge. Kresge right at the USA Hockey logo, drifts back to his own blue line. Pioneer back to full strength. That's sent ahead. Szynski takes a check, but able to get it over to Wilkins as the puck fed into the near corner. Reichbart pulls it back behind his own goal. Pioneer intercepts. Roderick with a shot from the top of the far circle. That deflected wide. Kresge with a shot from the near point. That comes back. Brady has it back behind his own goal. Sends it in along the near boards. Fires it ahead to Hanna. Hanna's Gets it out of the zone, picked up. Kresge grabs it and starts the attack again. Kresge, top of the near circle. That shot just goes wide to the near side. McDaniel stops it from leaving the zone at the far point. Bouncing puck. Roderick fires it in, but Pioneer has to touch back up. McDaniel has it right in front of the scorer's bench. He fires it deep. The puck into the near corner. Pull back. Tuzinski trying to get it. There's that shot. As that's knocked down, Sutton had it and pulled away. Spinning with it, Reichbart fires it all the way down the ice. McDaniel has it along the far boards of his own zone. Fires that ahead. Kresge right at center ice, making a move. Kresge in the high slot. Now comes over on the near circle. Kresge trying to move it back as that's put outside the far circle. Sutton fires it right back behind the Skyline goal. 3:10 left to go here in the second. Kresge stops it from leaving the zone. Skyline with the 1-goal lead. The shot from the far circle, that was deflected into the far corner. Sutton chips it into the near corner. Trying to pull that away is Yang. That's brought all the way back into the Pioneer zone. Here comes Pisani. Shot saved by Davis into the near corner. Nakashima trying to get back to Pisani. Yang chips it into the neutral zone. That brought back by McAlprin, who fires it back into the Pioneer end. Roderick has it in the near corner. There's a whistle. I believe that was a high stick. 2:36 left to go here in the second. Skyline 4, Pioneer 3, face off. Or excuse me, the net came off of its moorings. That's what the whistle was for. Your Detroit Lions have dispatched the Green Bay Packers today, ending the season on a high note. Face-off to Davis's left in the near face-off circle. Pulling the puck back, here comes Jackal over his own blue line. Jackal coming down the near boards. Jackal has it poke checked away. The puck standing on top of the near circle, fed back into the neutral zone. As the puck comes deep into the Pioneer end, that will be icing and head back the other direction. 2:22 left to go here in the second period. Skyline with the 1-goal lead, 4-3. Pioneer had a 2-goal lead early in the first. Skyline able to tie it up before going into the first intermission. Pioneer looking to do the same thing here and tie it up before going into the second intermission. Lucas Schaefer in to take the face-off. Ma on the other side. That puck ricocheted off the near boards all the way back into the Pioneer zone. Churchill picks it up in his own slot, fires it down the far boards, trying to get it over to Wilson. That puck just a little too far for him. Brady starts the counterattack the other direction. Wilson pokes it away. Now Jackal sends it into the Skyline zone, into the near corner. Centering attempt, that deflected by the Skyline defense, right back to Jackal, who puts it back behind Dominic Wilson. The puck in along the near boards, outside the near circle. Sent right back behind the Skyline goal. Centering attempt, trying to get to Lucas Schaefer. He has the puck back behind the goal. Now that's pulled away by Skyline. They bounce it off the near boards all the way back into the neutral zone. Martin fires it right back. Battle for it, top of the far circle, lifted all the way back to the Pioneer blue line. Skyline controls as they bring it in the Pioneer zone, into the high slot. Good poke check, excellent defensive play by Churchill. Here comes Jackal down the near boards. Jackal gains the zone, top of the near circle. That got caught in some skates and fired right back into the Pioneer zone. That will be icing and head back the other way. 1 minute, 18 seconds left to go here in the second period. Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. Face-off comes into the near face-off circle. Roderick in to take the face-off as the Pioneer fans trying to fire up their team. That puck held in by McDaniel at the far point. He keeps it in. Tuzinski trying to grab the puck. Now Jackal outside the far circle. At Skitters on end, all the way down into the Pioneer zone. McDaniel brings it back behind his own goal, coming in along the near boards. Feeds ahead to Tuzinski, who goes over his own blue line. Tuzinski backhands it ahead, and knocked down by Bazzani, trying to get the rush the other direction. Stolen away on the far boards of the neutral zone by Kresge. He comes, fires it top of the far circle. That goes in along the near boards, trying to hold it in. Pioneer not able to. As Shellhaas, trying to get the action going the other way, pokes it away from Tuzinski. Coming in with it, McDaniel, top of the far circle, shot! And it's a save by Dominic Wilson. The puck comes all the way back as that saucers back to the Pioneer blue line. 26 seconds left to go. Here in the second, Skyline by a goal. Kresge has it outside the near circle of the Skyline zone, trying to poke it away. That comes back all the way deep, and that will be icing with 13.8 seconds left to go. Pioneer trying to get the tying goal before heading to the second intermission. Skyline would like to get back their insurance goal. 13.8 seconds left to go. Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. Face-off is to Dominic Wilson's right in the near face-off circle. Lucas Schaefer in to take the face-off. Maw on the other side. They have been battling all day long. Kresge fires it into the far corner. Lucas Schaefer helps it right back behind. Centering attempt, that comes on the far circle as McDaniel backhands it. That intercepted and fired all the way back deep. That will do it at the end of 2. It is Skyline 4, Pioneer 3, as your action in the second. It started off with the Skyline goal at 15:46 as Bazzani scored, Nakashima and Brady on the assist. There was a penalty to Skyline for roughing. Brady went off for roughing at 4:45. That led to a shorthanded goal by Skyline. Bazzani with his second goal of the game. Nakashima gets another assist. He's had 3 assists so far. That at 14-13. That made it out to 4-2. There was a penalty to Skyline as Alprin went off for roughing at 12:17. Then Pioneer picked up a penalty for hooking at 10 minutes even as Roderick went off. Pioneer had a short-handed goal as Jackal had a breakaway, and he scored at 8:40 short-handed. That made it 4-3, Skyline with the lead. Pioneer took a hooking penalty. Tuzinski had to sit for 2 minutes at 6:45, and that is the action in the second period. We'll take a brief moment to hear a few messages from the MHSAA. Then we'll do a scoreboard report looking at other action around the sporting world, including a big win by your Detroit Lions. I don't know if you're a Detroit Lions fan. I am. And excited about them finishing off strong, and always fun for them to beat the Packers. And we're watching Pioneer Men's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
It is a busy sports Sunday. Not only do we have the Dan Jilek Tournament Championship game here at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, where at the first intermission, Skyline has the 1-goal lead, 4-3 over Pioneer. Lots of NFL football action. The Detroit Lions beat the Green Bay Packers 37-30. A final. Games currently in progress in overtime. 5:18 left in overtime. It's the Steelers 13, the Ravens 13. Other games final. Cowboys put it on the Eagles 51-26. The Chiefs beat the Broncos by 4, 28-24. It was the Jaguars beating the Colts The Lions win, so I think the Jaguars keep the first pick in the draft, but that was 26-11. It was the Texans beating the Titans beating the Texans 28-25. Vikings beat the Bears. My wife will not be happy about that, 31-17. And the Washington football team beat the Giants 22-7. It was the Browns beating the Bengals 21-16. If we take a look let's take a look at some college hockey scores. It is right now at Yost Dice Arena 0-0 with 11:07 left in the first period between Michigan and Massachusetts. Holy Cross hosts AIC at 5 o'clock today. And in the first period, Wisconsin versus hosting Ohio State. That is 10:33 left in the first, 0-0 between those two squads. Taking a look at college hockey scores yesterday, it was Northeastern shutting out Long Island 6-0. Michigan beat the defending national championship University of Massachusetts team. That was 4-1. It was Northern beating Colgate 6-3. Boston University with the 3-goal win over Arizona State 5-2. It was Maine doubling up Alaska Fairbanks 4-2. Merrimack beat Bentley 4-1. It was Cornell beating North Dakota 3-1. And University of New Hampshire beating Clarkston 5-1. In Atlantic hockey, Army shut out Canisius 3-0. It was Sacred Heart with a 1-goal win over Niagara 2-1. And AIC shutting out Holy Cross yesterday 2-0. It was a final in overtime. Notre Dame beating Penn State at Penn State 5-4. Minnesota doubled up Michigan State 6-3. And Ohio State beat Wisconsin by a score of 5-3 yesterday. In the CCHA, Bemidji beat Lake Superior 5-1. It was Minnesota State shutting out Ferris 7-0. And a final in overtime, Bowling Green beating St. Thomas 2-1. In the ECAC, Harvard beat Union 4-1. No score reported in the Quinnipiac-Yale game. Connecticut beat Boston College in Hockey East action 5-4. And in the NCHC, Colorado College beat Miami by a score of 4-3. No score reported between St. Cloud and Minnesota Duluth. So that's your intermission scoreboard report. Plenty of action going on around this wonderful Sunday. We appreciate you joining us here. Thank you for cheering on these teams and watching this amazing tournament in Dan Jilek's memory. Let's read that one more time. A little bit about the gentleman that this tournament is named after, Dan Jilek, born in 1953, passed away in 2002. In March of 2002, Dan Jilek was suddenly taken from us. His passing left a deep hole in our lives and in our community. Dan was a loving and devoted husband and father. He was a neighbor to some, an insurance agent to many, and a sincere and valued friend to all who knew him. His support of student athletics was steadfast. We could write volumes about his accomplishments at the University of Michigan and in the NFL, as well as his professional life. This tournament, sponsored by his family, is a tribute to our beloved friend. It was difficult to describe in a limited space the kind of man Dan was. Perhaps we don't need to do so. As Dan would say, your actions speak so loudly, no one needs to hear what you say. While Dan is not here in body, the echo of his life still resounds as we are at the Dan Jilek Tournament Championship game between Skyline and Pioneer. Skyline has the 4-3 lead. They're all tied up at the first intermission. Skyline scoring 2 goals early in the second. Pioneer able to chip into that lead, but still down 1. Let's play a few more messages from the MHSAA as they finish resurfacing the ice, and we'll be back with all-important third period action. You're watching Pioneer Men's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Both the officials and both teams hit the ice here for the all-important third period. Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. 17 minutes left in regulation for the Dan Jilek Championship to hoist the Ann Arbor Cup. Pioneer has their banner underneath the championship banner over on the left-hand side. They're looking to keep that, a wonderful, nice purple banner. Skyline has it chosen out in baby blue. They would like to hang it there themselves. 17 minutes up on the board as we get ready for third period action. Live from the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. Thank you so much for joining us, supporting these teams wherever you are at. Roderick will take the face-off versus Shellhaus. Wilkins will be to Roderick's right, Jasinski to his left. Kresge and McDaniels are the blue liners. Nakashima is to Shellhaus's left as that puck, controlled by Wilkins. He drops it back to Kresge. Kresge has his own blue line. Rifles it down the far boards. That lifted. Here comes Wilkins into the zone. Wilkins hit heavy against the boards. That puck lifted right back behind the Skyline goal. Picked up, fired all the way back. That'll be stopped by Davis. Shot on goal as that puck deep. Nakashima trying to get to it first. Here comes Roderick, or McDaniels down the near boards. McDaniels fires a deep. Brady picks it up for Skyline in his own zone. That lifted down the far board. Shellhaus trying to get to it, trying to avoid a Pioneer defender. That knocked away. Pioneer lifts it the other direction, right back into the neutral zone. Brady picks it up along the near boards. sends it back to his own blue line. As that triggered in along the near boards, trying to get to it, McDaniel, and lifted back deep into the Pioneer zone. Roderick has it on the near circle. He goes back behind Davis. Now he comes down the far boards, trying to start the Pioneer rush. Roderick feeds it over to McDaniel on the near boards, Wilkins. Wilkins fires it into the far corner, outside the far circle. Pioneer holding it in at the far point, loose on the far circle, as Roderick trying to get to it in along the M boards. McAlprin pulls that away. There's a shot and a save. Another shot. The puck loose into the far corner, as it was an excellent job by Wilson finding it in the slot, firing it away. Skyline clears it all the way down the ice. That'll be icing and come right back into the Pioneer zone. 15:30 left to go here in this third period. Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. The officials talking things over. As Wilson goes into the box, Pioneer goes on the penalty kill. At 15:30, all three officials talking things over. As it's a roughing call. Two-minute roughing call to Wilson. As the officials talking to the Skyline staff. The Skyline wants the puck moved all the way down because it was a Pioneer penalty. They want it down into the Pioneer zone. As now it looks like they will move the puck due to the penalty. Because the puck was blown dead on an icing. So they'll pull it out of the Skyline zone. They'll put it in the near or in the far face-off circle right in front of the Skyline bench. That brought just to the far side of the Skyline goal. Shellhaus has it coming down the near boards over his own blue line. Shellhaus over center ice. Shellhaus gains the Pioneer zone outside the near circle. Shellhaus in along the end boards. He's pinned there trying to pull it away as Churchill trying to fire it in along the far boards. Here comes Pioneer starting a short-handed rush. Lucas Schaefer is run off the puck as it's deflected in along the near boards. Here comes Nakashima gaining the zone, top of the near circle. His shot deflects into the near corner. He backhands it to Bazzani at the near point. That puck loose in the high slot, moved over to Bazzani, top of the near circle. He takes a shot. Davis with the save. 14:47 left to go here in the third period. This the championship game of the Dan Jilek tournament. Skyline with a goal lead. They'd love to get an insurance goal on this power play. Pioneer wants to tie it up. They don't want to see that banner changed. Over on the far side is Pioneer, the reigning champion. Maw in to take the face-off versus Tuzinski as that puck comes underneath the near circle. Lifted along the near boards as that comes back into the neutral zone. 1 minute, 9 seconds left to go in the Pioneer penalty. Brady has it back behind his own goal. That's sent in along the far boards, picked up. Now on the near boards, here comes Skyline. Reichbark has it knocked away. Brady picks it up right at center ice. He stops, trying to avoid some pressure by Wilkins as he chips it into the Pioneer zone. As Moran firing a cross-ice pass, as McDaniel able to get in the way, trying to clear the zone, held in by Roberts. He fires it into the slot. Good job by Wilkins to poke it into the far corner. Maw underneath the far circle. He has it chipped away. The puck loose in the slot. Oh, that shot comes over in along the near boards. Pioneer gets it to the near point but can't get it out. Now they lift it all the way down the ice. 25 seconds left to go here in this. In the 25 seconds left to go in the power play for Skyline. 13:46 left to go in the third period. Skyline by a goal. 4-3. Offsides the call. There's 12 seconds left to go in the Pioneer penalty kill. They'll put that face off outside the Pioneer zone in the far face-off circle. Lucas Schaefer in to take the face-off. McDaniel to his right. Schellhaus on the other side. And puck controlled by Pioneers. They bring it in along the near boards. Here comes Jackal gaining the zone outside the near circle. And puck knocked away from him. Chipped right at center ice as it comes loose in along the near boards. Nakashima gains it in the Pioneer zone. Outside the near circle. Saved by Davis. It's Nakashima with a wrister from the near circle. Davis able to gather it into the body, not release a rebound. Pioneer back to full strike. Skyline by a goal. Face-off in the Pioneer zone in the near face-off circle. Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. And Lucas Schaefer in, taking the face-off versus Schellhaus. That puck loose on the far circle, slips through the slot. Battle for it, coming away with it. Here comes Pioneer. Lifted ahead. Pioneer over center ice, gaining the zone. Trying to slip through and into the net. As that was, I believe, Jackal, and double check that, but racing down on the far side. Yep, that was Jackal. The defense collided and he lost an edge, ended up going into the net. Unfortunately, the puck did not precede him. So we will have a face-off in the far face-off circle. Skyline by a goal, 13:09 left to go here in the third for the Dan Jilek Tournament Championship. Puck controlled by Skyline back behind their goal as they ricochet it all the way down into the Pioneer zone. Martin chasing it, trying to avoid Maw. That is going to be icing and head back the other direction. As that was fired from deep in the Skyline zone. They'll bring that back into the near face-off circle. That to Dominic Wilson's left. Lucas Schaefer remains taking the face-off versus Maw. Tuzinski to his right. Wilson to his right. That battle lifted ahead. The puck into the Pioneer zone. Martin picks it up, moves it over to Churchill in the near corner. Churchill brings it ahead, feeds it in along the near boards. And lifted over center ice, coming in with it, Lucas Schaefer. As that puck cleared away from him into the near corner by Alprin. Churchill sends it back deep outside the near circle. There is an elbowing penalty coming. And at 12:29. As Maw goes into the box for Skyline, Pioneer will be on the power play. That hasn't mattered twice today as both Skyline and Pioneer have a shorthanded goal. Kresge has it at the near point. He fires it outside the near circle. Alprin fires it all the way back into the neutral zone. Kresge trying to get it back over to Roderick as he battles Nakashima. That puck comes back into the Pioneer zone. McDaniel starts the rush the other direction. McDaniel coming down the near side of the boards, outside the near circle in the Skyline zone. McDaniel in along the end boards. That poked away. Battle for it into the far corner. Tuzinski trying to get to it. There's a shot. That deflected back behind. Tuzinski trying to get to it. Now Wilkins. As that puck lifted all the way back and cleared. As Davis has to stop it, Kresge will pick it up and start the rush again. 11:47 left to go here in the third. Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. 1:15 left to go in the Pioneer power play. As Kresge brings it over center ice, coming down the near boards. Kresge outside the near circle in the Skyline zone, centering attempt from the blue line. Wilkins sends it over to Roderick, top of the far circle. That's McDaniel, top of the far circle. Deflects as Kresge picks it up outside the near circle. He's pinned against the boards. Nakashima trying to separate him from the puck. And over Roderick with that shot. Oh, Dominic Wilson got enough of it to send it over. Good shot attempt by Roderick as that puck pulled away by Nakashima, and he fires it. Here comes the breakaway. Bazzani coming in and saved by Davis. Coming ahead, Pioneer trying to counterattack. Roderick coming down the near boards. Gains the zone outside the near circle. Roderick pinned against the boards. McDaniel comes over to help. That's skied all the way back into the neutral zone. pulled away by Bazzani. Davis leaps out, fires that in along the far boards. Skyline trying to get another shorthanded goal. Here comes Pioneer racing down the near boards. Jackal has it on the near circle. Shot! Saved by Dominic Wilson. The puck loose in along the near boards. Back to the near point. Wilkins has it over to Churchill. That knocked away. Into the neutral zone it comes. As that poked away from Moran. The puck sitting right at the Pioneer blue line. Wilkins trying to get to it. Now that lifted ahead to Jackal. Jackal over center ice. Shot from the blue line. And saved by Dominic Wilson. Brady puts it back into the near corner. As Shellhaus sends it all the way down the ice and clears it. The penalty had expired. That will be icing and bring it back into the Pioneers or into the Skyline zone. 9:59 left to go here in the third. Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. Face off in the near face off circle. 9:59 left to go. Lucas Schaefer in versus Maw. The puck back to the near point to Churchill. Churchill trying to make a move with it. Churchill fires that through the slot. Comes top of the far circle. Backhanded. And now here comes Skyline. Coming ahead with it. Roberts over center ice. Roberts comes top of the near circle of the Pioneer zone. Centering attempt. That goes all the way to the far point. Then lifted back into the neutral zone. Here comes Pioneer. Top of the far circle. Shot! And save by Dominic Wilson, as that was Lucas Schaefer racing down. He came in and fired a good shot. Dominic Wilson able to keep that 1-goal lead for Skyline intact. 9:32 left to go here in the third. Timeout called. So we'll take it with them and play a little push on. Try and get Pioneer fired up. Try and get you fired up. Try and get everyone fired up for the comeback. 9 minutes, 32 seconds left to go here in the third. Skyline by a goal again. Pioneer got out to a 2-goal lead early. Skyline able to tie it up before the first intermission. Skyline then scored 2 goals early in the second to go up 4-2. Pioneer able to come back and cut the lead by 1, so it's a 1-goal lead by Skyline going into the third. No scoring so far. A couple penalties, but no scoring so far in the third. Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. Jilek Cup on the line. As the puck into the far corner, lifted back. Pioneer holds it in at the far point. As it comes right back behind the Skyline goal. Into the near corner. Sutton trying to grab it. Now Rominski chasing it. Comes out to the far corner where Yang sends it right back behind. Into the near corner in the Skyline zone. Rominski rims it all the way back. Outside the far circle. Kresge picks it up at the far point. His shot deflected. Back into the neutral zone. McDaniel ricochets it into the Skyline zone, but it's lifted all the way back to center ice. McDaniel again fires it back deep into the Skyline zone. McAlprin picks it up in the far corner. Sends ahead to Bazzani, coming down the far boards over center ice. Bazzani cross-ice pass over to Nakashima. Long shot from the blue line, covered up by Davis. 8:46 left to go here in the third period. Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. Face-off will be in the Pioneer zone. They'll put that in the near face-off circle. Kresge out there for Pioneer. Roderick in to take the face-off. McDaniel, the other blue liner. Tuzinski out there as well as Wilkins. And puck in along the far boards. Here comes Pioneer with it. Over their own blue line. Kresge coming down. Into the far circle of the Skyline zone. Kresge comes back behind the goal, firing it into the slot. That chipped away from Wilkins. Controlled by Brady as he goes back behind his own goal. Now spins. Comes underneath the near circle. Brady with it. Sends it through the neutral zone. collected by McDaniel at his own blue line. He feeds it to Tuzinski. Tuzinski over center ice, down the near boards, top of the near circle. Tuzinski has it poked away, chases it, has it knocked. There's Wilkins with a shot and a score! Wilkins ties it up. Tuzinski had it poked away on the far circle. Wilkins right there with a one-timer, and Pioneer has tied it up 4-4 at 8:08. Well, Tuzinski did a good job battling, trying to chase that puck, but once it was poked away, Wilkins knew exactly what to do with it. Dominic Wilson in good position, but Wilkins' shot beat him. We're all knotted up, 4 apiece with 8:08 left to go. Bazzani has it in along the far boards, feeds it ahead to Schulhaus, top of the far circle in the Pioneer zone. That chipped into the far corner. Martin chasing it. Centering attempt, saved by Davis, as Churchill has it back behind his own goal. Sending it ahead, that puck back into the neutral zone. Reichbart has it along the near boards as he shovels it ahead. And pulled in, Pioneer controls. Martin, top of the far circle of his own zone, sends ahead to Kresge. Had intercepted, Skyline. Coming the other direction is McAlprin, coming down the far boards over center ice. McAlprin gains his own outside the far circle. Martin drives him wide. As he tries a wraparound attempt, that goes off the side of the net. Pioneer controls. So they fire it in. Here comes Pioneer over center ice. Racing in with it. Here's Jackal. Jackal on the far side. Shot. That's saved off the side of the net. It got caught. Dominic Wilson made the save and then lost where the puck was. Looked behind himself. And it got pinned against the post and his padding. 7:14 left to go here in the third. 4-4. All knotted up. Roderick in taking the face off. And shot right out. Back to the far point. Kresge sends it back behind the Skyline goal. As again, you have Tuzinski on the assist. Kresge gains his own top of the near circle. Kresge into the near corner. Now coming back, sends it back to the near point. As McDaniel gets it back to Kresge. Long pass, top of the far circle. Shot there, bouncing puck. Comes over. Kresge wouldn't settle down for him as he was on the near side. McDaniel keeps it in at the near point. Kresge pinned against the boards. So he's trying to peel it away. Coming back at it, Tuzinski drops it to McDaniel. McDaniel's shot that got deflected out in front. That is sent all the way down the ice. That'll be icing and bring it back into the Skyline zone. 6:21 left to go here in the third. Pioneer 4, Skyline 4. Face-off is going to be in the near face-off circle. That is going to be to the left of Dominic Wilson. Schulhaus in taking the face-off versus Lucas Schaefer. Brady controls in the near corner for Skyline. Bouncing puck right back behind the Skyline goal. Roberts sends it in along the far boards. Coming ahead with it, there's a pass to Nakashima that was a little too far. Davis covers it up for Pioneer as it ended up right on goal. 6:05 left to go here in the third in a tie game, 4-4. Face-off will be in the Pioneer zone. That to Davis's right. Lucas Schaefer again versus Schulhaus in that near face-off circle. As they drop the puck, controlled by Wilson, shot into the near corner of the Pioneer zone. Schulhaus has it now outside the near circle. Pioneer trying to peel it off the boards. Loose, Wilson trying to lever it off the boards. And controlled by Schulhaus in the high slot shot. That just went wide. Jackal sending it ahead. Lucas Schaefer. That puck wouldn't settle down for him. Now Schulhaus comes in at the near point. Pulled away by Pioneer. Here comes the other direction. Lucas Schaefer over center ice. He gains his own on the near boards. Top of the near circle. Stevens knocks it away from him. That starts the rush the other direction by Bazzani. Bazzani on the near circle of the Pioneer zone. Good job by McDaniel to drive him wide as Bazzani is checked into the boards in the far corner by Kresge. That puck comes back. Here comes Pioneer over center ice. Racing down on the far side is Jackal. Jackal through the slot. Backhanded shot. And saved. Shot from the slot. And they score! Pioneer takes the lead. Wilson puts it in the third as Marcus Wilson puts it in. Dominic Wilson made two great saves but couldn't grab the rebound as he made two saves. Then it came off the near side as Marcus Wilson put it in. And at 5:04, Pioneer has their first lead since the first period. Face off right at center ice as McDaniel pulls it down the far boards, gains the zone. He takes a shot. Good save by Dominic Wilson as it comes outside the near circle. Brady has it. Stops. He loses his edge as he gets tied up with the official. Tuzinski has the puck underneath the near circle as he loses an edge, trying to get it back to Kresge. At puck racing all the way down. Maw trying to get to it. Pioneer. McDaniel gets to it first. Maw has it on the near circle in the Pioneer zone. And chipped by Wilkins into the near corner. Wilkins takes it back behind his own goal, coming over to the far side, trying to get away from Schellhaus. That's sent ahead. Here comes Jackal as he's into the far corner. Back behind the goal as he is checked. Tuzinski. So Jackal and McDaniel on the assist. Tuzinski had it in the near corner, and there was a battle outside of the far circle. And that is going to lead to a penalty. Is it? No. Yes, it is. Skyline penalty. As Skyline takes a penalty, McAlprin into the box at 4:07. Skyline has had a couple breakaways on the penalty kill. There's a shot right from as that was won back to Jackal, top of the far circle by Lucas Schaefer. He took a shot, and Dominic Wilson with a fantastic save. 4:03 left to go here in the third. 1:57 left to go in the Pioneer power play. Face off in the far face-off circle. That to Dominic Davis's left. Jackal's shot, that went off of his skate. Lucas Schaefer sends it deep and along the end boards where Brady picks it up back behind his own goal. Brady pinned against the boards, now makes a move to get away from Jackal. He sends it along the far boards as trying to hold it in. That puck loose. Now Schellhaus comes into the Pioneer zone. Schellhaus trying to fire it. That's sticked away by Elliot Davis coming down the near boards. Here comes Pioneer with it. Lucas Schaefer, and offsides called. Lucas Schaefer right before he took the shot from the top of the near circle. Pioneer 5, Skyline 4. 1 minute, 28 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. Again, Pioneer taking their first lead since halfway through the first period. Or since the end of the first period, excuse me. With 3:32 left to go. Reichbart had it, that's stolen away, spinning with it, Wilkins. As Wilkins over to Roderick, back behind the Skyline goal. Roderick trying to pull it off the boards, and knocked away by Brady. All the way back, Churchill from the near point sends it to Dzinski in the near corner. Dzinski trying to avoid Brady, sends it back to Churchill, high slot, shot, save, puck still loose, and Dominic Wilson able to get on top of it. As a few New Year pleasantries exchanged between the players right in front of the net. As Brady will go into the penalty box, as well as Wilkins offsetting penalties. There will be a minute left in the Pioneer power play as there was a roughing call. As we will stay 5-on-4 hockey. 3:06 left to go here in the third. Pioneer trying to repeat as Dan Jilek tournament champions and hoist the Ann Arbor Cup. Skyline had a 2-goal lead. Both of these squads had a 2-goal lead at one point in time. Pioneer in the first, Skyline in the second. Skyline trying to get it back tied up. Roderick in to take the face-off versus Shellhaus in the near face-off circle. As Dominic Wilkins left. Churchill has it at the near point of the Skyline zone. Churchill comes back, top of the near circle. Shot! That one deflects. As Roderick has it outside the far circle, sends it back to the far point. Now that lifted right back behind the Skyline goal. As Rominski had it on the near circle. Shot and a knuckleball saved by Dominic Wilson. As Rominski had it on the near circle, fired it, and that thing kind of bounced weird. Good job by Dominic Wilson to see it and put a glove on it. 38 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. 2:44 left to go here in the third. Pioneer by a goal. McDaniel trying to hold it in at the near point. He sends it back into the far corner. As Jackal holds it in, he sends it back deep. The puck picked up back behind. Trying to pull it over as that's Lucas Schaefer. Back to Jackal, top of the near circle. Jackal with the wrister. And pad save by Dominic Wilson. Back to Jackal at the top of the near circle. Sends that over to Lucas Schaefer. Wide angle shot. And oh my! Dominic Wilson able to put his glove behind him and keep it from going over. There's a one-timer. It just goes wide by Jackal. McDaniel trying to hold it in as that back into the neutral zone. Trying to ring it right back in. They got tied up as the penalty had expired. And an oncoming player grabbed for Skyline, grabbed the puck, and everyone got tied up over there. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Outside the Skyline zone, 2:01 left to go. Here in the third, Pioneer 5, Skyline 4. Skyline has it, coming down on the near boards, bringing it in. Alprin has it knocked away into the near corner. Buck loose, McDaniel pins it against the boards. Alprin trying to pull it away. Coming over, Stevens with it, the puck steered. Excellent job by Kresge to get it out of the slot as it comes back into the neutral zone. Shellhaus chases it back into his own end. Skyline has pulled their goaltender with 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Empty net to our right for the extra attacker. And Skyline trying to get it into the zone. Roderick knocks it away. But now bringing it in, Shellhaus, top of the far circle. Shellhaus on that far circle, being driven wide. That puck loose, now backhanded, but held in by Alprin. His shot deflected away as that's tipped ahead by Roderick into the far corner. Tuzinski with it, but not before it's icing. It's always the difficulty when they pull the goaltender and there's not a penalty situation is they have that extra attacker, but it's still icing if you send it down. That was shot from just the other side of center ice. Face off back into the Pioneer zone. Pioneer by a goal. 1 minute, 3 seconds left to go. Empty net to our right. So 6 Skyline attackers inside the zone compared to Pioneer's 5 defenders. That puck shot cleared from the slot. Pioneer lifts it all the way down the ice. In a foot race, Jackal trying to get to it as that'll be icing waved off. Jackal gets to it first. He's trying to get that puck out in front as it's an excellent job by Alprin to knock it away. As the puck pulled away by Lucas Schaefer, he takes a shot. That knockdown out in front. Now Skyline starts their attack as Nakashima fires it all the way down the ice. As that'll be covered up by Davis. 34.4 seconds left to go. As good defense by Skyline to stop Pioneer from being able to put in an empty net goal. Pioneer 5, Skyline 4. 34.4 ticks of the clock left. Face-off will come in the near face-off circle. That is to Davis's right. Roderick to take the face-off. Maw on the other side. Brady to his left. Kresge into the near corner, trying to pull it away. The puck loose on the near circle, through the slot, knocked away. And just goes wide. Pioneer lifts it all the way down. Here comes Lucas Schaefer at center ice. He fires it in and scores! 18.3 seconds left to go. That should put a bow on this one, as Pioneer will be able to keep their banner underneath the Dan Jilek Ann Arbor Cup Champions banner on the left-hand side of the screen of this rink. And at 18.3, Lucas Schaefer scoring the Pioneer goal, should be unassisted, as Dominic Wilson back in goal. Jackal takes it behind his own goal, coming down the near boards. 8 seconds left to go. Heavy hit in along the near boards. Controlled. Rhonda Reek leaves it on the near circle, and that will do it. Pioneer has won back-to-back Dan Jilek Cup Championships. Skyline played a heck of a game. These two teams met earlier, and Pioneer won by 4 goals. Skyline had a 2-goal lead in the second. Pioneer able to come back, take the lead, and get that empty net for the exclamation point. A hard-fought game between two very good Ann Arbor squads. As the best tradition in all of sports, the post-game handshake. As these two teams, tough competitors. In the third, it started off with a Pioneer penalty, that one to Wilson for elbowing at 15:30, or roughing, excuse me, at 15:30. Then it was a Skyline penalty, that one to Maw for elbowing at 12:29. It was a Pioneer goal at 8:08 to tie it up, as it was Wilkins from Tuzinski, a blast from the far circle. Then Pioneer able to take the lead at 5:04, as that was Wilson putting it in. Jackal and McDaniel on the assist. It was a Skyline penalty, that to McAlprin, to Alprin, excuse me, I don't know why I'm putting the Mick in there, to Alprin, that at 4:07. Then it was a Pioneer empty net goal, as that was by Lucas Schaefer at 18.3 seconds left. But a hard-fought game between both of these two proud squads, but Ann Arbor able to keep the banner now for the trophy presentation. As they have the trophy right in front of the scores bench, as all of the captains and alternate captains getting their picture taken, as alternate captains Davis and McDaniel, captains Roderick as well as McDaniel, and now they're gathered up as a group, hoisting that up in the air. We will be back on the air. I don't believe we have anything tomorrow, but we will be back on the air with basketball. That will be live from Pioneer High School. Let me pull up the details, giving you a look at our broadcast this week as the team celebrates right at center ice. So on Tuesday, we will have the Pioneer men's JV basketball game versus Bedford at 5:30 from the Pioneer main gym. Then we'll have Pioneer men's varsity basketball at 7 p.m. from the main gym. And then on Wednesday, we'll have 2 games going on at the same time. We will have Pioneer men's hockey versus Jackson here at 7 p.m. I believe we will have a wonderful Jeff Cass as doing some play-by-play. I'll be over at Vets working the Pioneer women's hockey game versus Livingston at 7 p.m. Then we have a break, nothing on Thursday and Friday. On Saturday, we have Pioneer men's hockey at Pinckney at 5 p.m. from the Arctic Coliseum. And then we'll see about if we can do the Pioneer women's varsity basketball game. That is a noon game at Detroit Country Day. We'll reach out and see if we can get permission to do that. But a nice full week. Thank you, everyone, for your wonderful support of these excellent athletes. Pioneer men's hockey is your 2022 Dan Jilek Tournament Champions. For my cameraman, James Wiseman, my name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. We'll be back on the air with basketball on Tuesday.